Hello, everybody, and welcome to Defining Deborah. I just thought I'd show you my little outfit for the day. I actually really like this dress. I picked it up at a really inexpensive store. Cannot think of the name of it. And the shoes are Clark's. I love these. They are comfortable. I have bought them in several colors: black, white, and sand. I am on my way to do something that I'm hoping I won't have to show out about. First, let me apologize. I have not been really videotaping anything lately, and that's simply because of everything going on. My mind has just not been into it. Oh, I closed off the porch so that Mr. Parker, when I'm out here, cannot get off the porch, because yesterday he did manage to get off the porch. As you can tell, this is not my car. And had me running around this whole yard trying to get him back in the house. So I was not very happy about that. But anywho, I'm a little upset because I actually had a fender bender a week ago yesterday. And I'll tell you what, I have awesome. I'm just giving everybody a plug today. USAA. I cannot even say anything bad about them. I know people say they're expensive, and you know, hold on a minute, let y'all see a little roof there. They may be a little bit on the more expensive side, but I tell you what, I had that little fender bender about 10:02 on Friday, and I was on my way going to get my hair done. I'm not sure if in my last video I had the crochets, but I had the bigger twists. I think I like those better than these smaller ones. But anyway, I was on my way to do that, and I don't even know what happened. I'm sitting there. Let's see if I can get a better picture. Okay, so I'm sitting there, and my friend who does my hair, she texts me and she was like, you know, are you on your way? And I was like, maybe 5 minutes from her house. And so in my mind, I'm like, because I'm always late, habitually late, horrible about that. So I was like, let me hurry up so I can be kind of on time, maybe just 5 or 7 minutes late. So I just put my foot on the gas and just started to go, forgetting that I was sitting at a red light and there was a navigator in front of me. And so what happened? I ran into the back of the gentleman's SUV in front of me. And I was just as shocked as he was, because we're sitting at a red light, so why are you running into the back of me? I'm sure he was saying. And yeah, so I was just like, I could not believe I did it. And it was just like, for a split second, I completely forgot what I was doing, and all I thought about was, I need to hurry up and get to her shop so that I can get my hair done. See, you only get to see this in the country. In the city, you're not going to see that. So, yeah, and it didn't do any damage to the navigator. The gentleman actually had a trailer tow hook on the back, or a hook on the back that you can tow stuff or pull stuff or whatever. And so that actually ran through my bumper. So by the time I got home, because I still went and got my hair done, they had already set up a place for me to go and get my car fixed. They had set up the rental. had done the claim while I was in the car waiting on the police to come. So everything was taken care of. Boom, bam, boom. So shout out to USAA. They are awesome. So yeah, so they put me in this Ford Fusion, which it's a cute little car. It has a lot of bells and whistles. Look, the corn is starting to come in. I took pictures. I don't think I did any video last year when it really, but it's starting to come in. And so, matter of fact, it has like the engine start, and you know, I mean, it has a lot of neat stuff. But oh crap! And I forgot to stop and look. You know what? I am so crazy. It has a slow leak on the driver's side, and I'm gonna have to pull over here and look at this tire, because I thought it, you know, the tire was flat when I got it home, because I really didn't go anywhere. I'm trying to think, I might have went one place between Friday and yesterday, because I just kind of stay at home. You know, we still are in a pandemic, though people would say well, we're not, but we are. So I'm just gonna pull up over here at my property and see if this tire is still looking low. I had them come and cut it. You can tell my property from the property next to me, because yes, their grass is high. And so I was like, is this tire being flat? So a friend of mine came over and I was like, does it look flat to you? And they were like, yeah. So I don't know. Now I don't know. What do you guys think? So I was very upset. So here I am on my way. But now it's not looking so flat. Because I went and put air in the tire yesterday and got it back home, and it could have been that, I don't know, we might have put too much air in the tire. I'm not sure. Okay, look at the roof again. So, because they close at 12. So what do you guys think? Should I chance it? I have to put air in again tomorrow and switch it out Monday. Well, this was what I was going to do. I was actually going to go visit my dad in Georgia. I think I'll just turn around. And just drive down and see how well they cut my grass. Today, I just felt like getting on the road. You ever just feel like that? You just want to get away from where you're at? So, let's see. I'm just driving along the property to see how well they cut it, seeing that I do pay them to cut my grass. And things are really growing up around here. These trees are really filling in. Okay, so he did a good job. I mean, it's all flat. He did it. Look at the people behind me. He did a good job. Just wanted to see if this still looked a little swampy over there, because it holds water. So, okay. So yeah, so anyway, I forgot where I was at. You know what? I completely forgot something. I was talking about the tire, but now it's not looking so low. And now I done got dressed and got up. And shoot. what is I going to do? Because, if I go into town, I'm going to spend money that I don't necessarily need to spend. My mom's birthday is Monday. So I'm not sure what I'm going to get her. I'm just having some random thoughts here. So I did need to go by the grocery store just to pick up a couple of things that I completely forgot to get the other day when I was in there. So I could do that and pick up some lunch since I'm out. And then check this tire on flat surface. I'll do that because they don't close till 12 and it's 11:29. I can still manage to get in there. But this is the part. So I called them and let them know that the tire, was leaking air. And they're like, oh, we don't have any more cars this weekend. And we're sorry, we can trade you out on Monday. But my thing is this. My insurance is covering this, which means I'm covering this. So I'm paying for a car that I can't use. And then you're going to tell me I can take it to Firestone to get the tire either patched or replaced. Which, why should I do maintenance on a rental car? And then Enterprise is supposed to come and pick you up. So I was like, well, can you come and replace this car? Bring me another one. And so the girl was really, had some serious attitude with me, which I didn't understand because that's your job, customer service. And so then she was like, well, do you care what we put you in? And I'm like, at this point, no. So she's like, we have a minivan. Now, mind you, they're only open from 9 to 12. It's 11:30. They were supposed to bring me the minivan today, and I have not heard from them. So, I think I'm going to go by there first. I can always go to the grocery store on the way back. Because my thing is this. I live in the country, as y'all can tell. I'm not going to be stranded out here 15, 20 miles from the city, and I don't have a vehicle. That's why I got to rent a car, because my vehicle is in the shop. I mean, I don't understand these companies nowadays. You want to take our money, you want us to spend our money with you, but then these are your cars. Keep them serviced. Like I told her, why would you rent a car that had a tire with a slow leak? It did not just start having a slow leak when it got to my house. So needless to say, I need to try to get my attitude together, or it's not going to be so nice when I get up there. So, there's been a lot going on, guys. A lot going on. I would have never guessed. But you know what? Maybe I should have known, because my New Year's Eve sucked big time. And I was back home by 12:15, 12:20. So maybe that was an indication for me that the rest of the year was going to be pretty crappy also. Yeah, maybe I should have took that little warning there, because it hasn't gotten any better. It started on New Year's Eve. We roll over into a pandemic, a virus. We have to stay in, and I'm pretty much still kind of hunkering down. What are we, 90 some days, almost 100 days in, if not already. And then we have the three killings in a row of African Americans, and you all do know that I am an African American. And now protests. And I don't even consider the looting and burning part of the protest, because those are people who are doing things, one, because they're trying to cause a race war. Two, they want it to be blamed on the African Americans, which, is funny, because I'm going to say about 30% of the people protesting are not African Americans. And then three, you got the criminal element that's there all the time. So it's just, Christmas for them. They have the ability to bust open stores and go in them and steal stuff because of the fact that it can be blamed on the protest. But let's not get off of what the topic is. They're protesting because of the injustices that have been put upon African Americans for all these years. And I just love it when they say, go back to Africa. Well, hello. Oh, it's not like we got on a plane and said, oh, let's just 1,000 of us go to America and just hang out there because we hear it's a really nice country. Nah, we were in our country, minding our own business. And because of the inner fighting of the tribes over there, which they made each other slaves, when the Americans came over and had the shiny stuff to trade with, they traded some of us off, and then they stole a lot of us. So it was twofold, and brought us here. And then on the back of my ancestors, before people say, did nobody bring you here on the ship? And we're not going to talk about how many people died on those ships. We're not going to talk about the conditions on those ships. And then if you made it, you were put down here where I live in the South. And let me tell you something. It gets hot. So I can't even imagine. There are times when I drive past a cotton field. I just stop my car and go stand near the edge. It's a couple of times, like the first time I went and touched a cotton bush, I didn't know it had thorns. I did not know it had thorns. And it made it even more real that my ancestors were out here in the heat with the snakes and the bugs and all this stuff that's out here picking cotton, cutting up their hands because of the thorns on there, because it's like thorns like a rose bush. Oh my gosh. To me, that's just horrific. Not to even talk about the conditions when they got back to the plantation, where you might eat, you might not, you might be raped, you might be beat, you know, your children may have been sold off, you just never knew. And they wonder why we're angry, because it hadn't gotten any better. They still steal our children, but they consider it social services. We're still having to pick the less of things, meaning jobs. We still don't get medical care like we should because, of course, you know, if you have a menial job, you can't afford to even pay for insurance if it's offered. And then if there is medical facilities around the neighborhoods where African Americans live, they are usually poor, on the poor level of things, and the care is poor because they may take the Medicaid money, but they don't give the services that they're going to give the affluent people in the other neighborhoods. And we all know this. The schools not going to get the same education that they're going to get at another affluent neighborhood. And it's not necessarily to say it's the teachers, because there are a lot of good teachers that will go and teach in these areas because they know that the children need the education. But part of the problem is that when you put in the fact of economics, where they're living at. Can you imagine if every day you're 7 years old and you live in a high rise that's a project, and first you got to fight to get out the high rise, then you got to fight to get out the little area of the high rise, and then you're going to go past drug dealers, shooting, looting, everything on your way to school. Then by the time you get to school, maybe you have breakfast, maybe not. So you get the little school breakfast. Your whole morning has been shot, and now I'm supposed to be able to learn. Or I came to school and, you know, my mom didn't get up with me because she might have had a late night, so I might be a little dirty or smelly, or my clothes ain't clean, and my teeth ain't brushed, or I hadn't had a bath. You know, there's just numerous things that go into that whole thing there. Sorry, my allergies are really, as soon as I walk outside the house. So there's a lot of disparities between the haves and the have-nots. So I understand people not understanding, because I have tried to explain to my friends the difference in them and me. And I have friends who are Caucasians, and it doesn't take away my friendship with them. But they'll never be able to understand how my life is, because they'll never be African American. And I'll never be white. I'll never be able to get the same white privilege that they get. Never. Never. And have never had it. I didn't fall on the light skin or black side, so I can't pass for white or have the long hair like that may not be as kinky as my hair. No, I am what I am. And mind you, you know what? With all the adversity that we go through as African Americans, and then put on top of there that I'm a woman, so that makes it twice as hard. I wouldn't dare be any other race. I was trying to think what, if somebody came and said, okay, today we will change your race. What race would you want to be? I can't think of any other one that I would want to be, because I am so proud of my race and who we are, and just the survival instincts that we have, and the ability to live through all types of adversities, the strength that makes us who we are, the beauty in who we are, in our color, in our hair, in our creativity, the strength of our men, I mean, and the handsomeness of our men. There's nothing like a strong black man. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm very proud of us. And in saying that note, I am extremely proud of the young African American people who are out there on the streets protesting. I am so glad that they have bought into the fact that this country is their country too, and that they've picked up the baton and they are running with it. That, hey, I'm almost 60, and I can't run no more. But they have picked it up, and I mean, they are going full force with all that they know. And it's because of them that we are going to be able to get some change. Because the rest of us have gotten, older. And we need the young people. We need their strength. We need their voice. And because they're going to be the next governors, mayors, police officers, police chiefs, teachers, doctors, lawyers, it will be them. And so we definitely need them to be able to carry on where it was left off at. So kudos to them for still protesting. I mean, I think this, 11th or 12th day by now? Somewhere in there. So I'm very, very proud of them for that. I have been consumed with watching the protests. I'm trying to get out of it because it can be kind of saddening to not the protest itself, but to see the police brutality and the fact that, this particular protest started behind the killing of a man in broad daylight in front of people. And you would think that the police would say, hey, we got exposed on that one, let's just kind of cover our stuff up. Oh no, they have just gotten just as crazy with police brutality, even with everything going on. Okay, y'all, I am at the Enterprise. So let me see what's gonna happen here, and I will pick my video up. It was nice chatting with y'all in the car. You know how I like to do the chit chat in the car. And I hope everybody's having a wonderful Saturday. Today is June 6th. Can you believe it? 6 months into this year. So yeah, everybody have a wonderful Saturday. I may finish this up tonight. I may not. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. So toodles. Have a great day. Love ya. And thanks for checking in to Defining Deborah. And subscribe, share, let people know. I like to build up the subscription. Bye-bye.